All right, so we are back again. Remember, if you're watching this, we need you to like and subscribe because the guests are getting better and better. The guest that we've got today, when I tell you you're going to smile, you best believe it. All right, so I am here with the one, the only Naomi Camille.
Yeah.
I said it right.
Yeah.
Mad.
Well
I
done.
thought I'd get it wrong.
No.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really, really well. First and foremost, thank you very much for allowing us into your workplace.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for making me a cup of tea as well. Listen, you know what I really like about this tea?
What?
The cup. Can you see that? Can you just like for me, like I got told the other day that I am a bougie.
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 Oh, bougie.
Yeah,
Okay.
bougie.
I haven't heard that one.
Because like I like nice things.
Right.
And I also like the attention to detail on touches.
Okay.
And I can see it in this place. So
Yeah.
I'm really
Thank
privileged
you.
to be here.
That's what we try and do.
I see
that
you.
little bit extra, that little
You
step
to.
extra.
So, I'm next to you.
Mm-hmm.
I see you working out in the gym, so you're working really hard. So what we really want to do with you today, Naomi, is we want everyone that's watching this to fully understand who you are.
Okay.
So if you can just introduce yourself, let them know who you are, how old you are, what you do.
So I am Naomi. I am 29 years old and I am a teeth whitening technician / educator and also a retailer as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so got my hands in a few
I love
pies
that.
or baskets. So yeah, so we do quite a lot. Used to do more teeth whitening. Now we've moved on to more of the education side. So now I'm more educating, more getting the right education out there because there is a lot of wrong education being taught. So we're getting the right education out there, trying to basically do for others what I did myself and show them the path to how to do that as well. So that's
I love that.
basically what we're about.
Out of all 3 stages of what you do, the retailing, the teeth whitening,
The education.
and the education, which one do you prefer the most?
The education. 100%.
What is that?
Because I love being able to give people the same opportunity that I had and them actually realising that they can do it. So giving them that actual inspiration, but also encouragement that they can do this too. Because a lot of people have a lot of low self-esteem and things like that. And honestly, it's just lovely to be able to give someone that opportunity to do what I do and do what I've done.
So when did you start doing this? Has it always been something you knew you wanted to do? Or
No, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do and never really excelled with education myself, like school and stuff like that. Wasn't really for me, didn't really do that great at school, just average, didn't really do anything amazing. I passed, but just about. And then didn't really know where I wanted to go. But one thing I did know is that I wanted to make money. So it was just about that really. That's how it kind of came about, the fact that I wanted a lot of things. So I wanted to get them.
So how long have you been doing this then?
So I started the business when I was 19.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. So 10 years.
10 years now.
10 years when?
Last October.
Mad. You know what's interesting about this? So in fitness, for example, they say that a PT will last 6 months. So the fact that you've been able to last 10 years and keep growing is incredible.
Thank you.
Out of all of the years that you've been doing it, is there a symbolic moment, maybe a success story that you can think about that has motivated you to know that you are the right person for the job? Or is there anything in those 10 years that stands out to be a huge achievement for you?
Yeah, so I'd probably say the first training course that I did.
And when was that?
So that would have been a year ago on the 13th of May. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah.
So what was it about that?
The fact that I did it and completed it and it worked and it went well and very successful. And I think that it was just very difficult to sort of see myself in that position. Sometimes I think they call it imposter syndrome. Yeah. So like I'm sitting there for about when I've got my first booking, I'm sitting there for literally 2-3 weeks thinking, oh my God, this date is coming up. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? What if they're like confused? What if they don't understand what I'm saying? What if they don't get it? What if they don't learn off me? And obviously, I got a lot of encouragement from my partner,
I love that.
saying, if you've been doing it for so long, you can literally You can literally do it in your sleep.
Yeah.
So how can you not teach someone? So I think when I did the first course and completed it and it was done and the lady left and she was happy and everything went really smoothly, I was like, okay, I can do this. And that's when I was like, it's done, you know.
Can breathe again.
So now that I've done it, I think with me, once I do something for the first time and I realise, okay, this is how I'm going to do it and this is how I'm going to execute it, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'll fly through. Yeah. So it's just that first initial
step,
getting through it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, I don't need to worry.
You know what? Let's pull this right the way back. I want to play a little game with you, okay?
Okay.
Because I want the followers and the people that are watching this to really understand who we have here.
Okay.
You know, I honestly believe that this is going to be phenomenal. Like you are definitely successful, which I'm happy for.
Thank you.
But you are also the right person at the right time in the right chair right now. Yeah. So a little game is called Would You Rather.
Okay, let's do it.
So how it's going to work is I would ask you a question that starts with would you rather, and then you would give me an answer to that, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So the first question that I'm going to ask you is, would you rather never be able to use a smartphone again or be able to use a computer again?
Never be able to use a computer again. Yeah, I need my phone.
Okay.
I need my phone.
Would you rather be able to control fire or control water?
Control water, because I can put the fire out.
Oof.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Any fire anyone brings, I'll be like,
Would you rather have the ability to read minds or predict the future?
Oh. See, I feel like if you can read...
No. Would you rather have the ability to read minds or predict the future?
Read minds, defo. But they are... No.
You said it. Own it. Would you rather live in a castle or a treehouse?
A castle?
Don't second guess yourself.
Yeah.
And the final one, okay, is would you rather have the ability to breathe underwater or the ability to withstand extreme temperatures?
Breathe underwater, see them fish.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, let's go snorkeling.
Do you like fish?
I do, yeah, I do.
What's your favourite fish to eat?
To eat? Oh, I thought you meant probably cod.
Cod?
Oh no, I do like
Simple
salmon.
things.
I like salmon, but it has to be cooked.
How are you cooking the salmon?
I like it really cooked.
Like burnt?
No, like, yeah, on the top. Like, I like it grilled.
Okay.
Like crispy, yeah.
What
And then the
flavour are you
skin
putting on
crispy
it?
as well. So a lot of people don't eat the skin, you know. Yeah, but it's very good for you.
The skin
it's actually
is
really good for you. Yeah.
Like when I speak with people that are like they don't eat the skin of salmon.
No, if it's cooked
not my
right,
people.
if it's soggy, then I wouldn't eat it. But
like
it has to be like crispy. Yeah, then I'm down eating it.
So you cook salmon a lot then?
Yeah, so I have like it as one of my prep meals. So
nice.
a salmon and put it in my what's it called, your George Foreman.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of couscous, but you know what I like? Whole grain rice and like red rice. I don't know if you've seen that before.
Nah, I've never.
They do like the mixes in Aldi. Like, and you just bang them in them.
So do you enjoy cooking then?
I do, but I don't get that much time to cook. Yeah.
Have you got air fryer?
I have got an air fryer.
excuse.
I got the Ninja, the double one.
The new, have you seen the new one that's come out?
Yeah, and they've got like, and it takes it in and out. Yeah.
Mad.
So I've got just the 2 drawers. So
It's £260. Is it worth it?
I got my partner to buy me for Christmas.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Yo, can we shout out your partner?
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out her partner. Okay, cool. So I want to dive in a little bit more, okay? What was childhood like for you?
Good. I had a good childhood.
I
can't moan. Like I haven't got any like sort of stories that I can be like, oh my God, this happened. No. Like good. I had a good mom. Shout out to my mom.
So like you say that your mom was really good.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
She was just all about us. Me and my brother. Got an older brother. He's 3 years older than me. She was all about us. She weren't about anybody else but us. She's a very good mom.
And she's been like present all the way.
Oh, she's my like
Really?
Yeah, love my mom.
Is she like one of your biggest supporters as well?
Yeah. She'd do anything for her kids, and she has done. Support us through mostly anything. I don't think there's ever been a time where I can't rely on my mom. So yeah, she's a good lady.
I love that because it's not every day you hear them stories. You know what I mean? So to hear that today, it's definitely something nice to hear. What does your mom do?
My mum is now retired, but she's done so much. We need her in here for a podcast. She's done so much. Yeah. So my mum was an older mum.
Yeah.
She had me, my brother at 36 and me at 39. So she sort of recreated her life when she had us, and she knew that she wanted to be present in our lives. So she became a teacher
Oh,
so
wow.
that she could like spend the holidays with us. So, you know, like she'd never had to get a babysitter or anything when we weren't at school or after school clubs or anything like that. Was very, very lucky. And then she excelled at that as well. She's an English teacher.
Oh, wow.
So she excelled at that, did really well, kind of worked her way up the ladder at the school. And she did really well. But before she had us, she was everything. I think she worked at Barclays Bank for like 18 years. She was like a mortgage advisor, stuff like that. She used to live in the Gambia. She used to work in a bank in the Gambia. Like she's done so much. She's done so much.
Do you think that because she lived such a limitless life, that's rubbed off on you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
So she set the bar.
Yeah.
And would you say that you've hit it or you've raised it or you're not there yet?
I'm not. I wouldn't say that I would have raised it because we've both come from different circumstances, you know. So, you know, I always say this is something that I always say to my students. You cannot compare yourself to someone else because you are living a completely different life to them. You're on a completely different path. They might not have the limitations that you have and vice versa. So, you know, don't compare yourself to somebody else and what they're doing because they might have a completely different set of, you know, problems or issues that you may have.
Like a lot of people say, there's a saying that says that goes like this: comparison is the thief of all joy.
It's true,
and it's very true.
It is true.
It's very true. Like in your field, like you're expressing that to your clients.
Yeah, 100%.
In my field, I do the same thing. Like there's people that come to me, that especially when they're on like a weight loss journey, they'll say, "Well, Tracy was a perfect example of this. When Tracy lost 40 kg, a lot of people came up to me and was like, yeah, but I'm not losing weight. The reason why you're not losing weight is because it's two different people.
And it's different circumstances. Yeah.
And when you look at, are you willing to do what she's willing to do? Probably not.
Yeah.
So then you can't expect
the same results.
Because it doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
So let's talk about fitness.
Okay. I thought I was leaving that to the end.
Okay. Now we're in the bin. So how is fitness important to you?
It is good. Obviously, it's important to me. I struggle though, I'm not gonna lie. I get like these little lulls where I'm just like, stuff takes over, life takes over, and then I'll get back into it and loving life again, and then life will take over, and I'll be like, can't make it to the gym. But honestly, again, it is your own, you know, you have to get up and do it. No one else is going to do it for you. And I definitely have time in the day to make it there. So saying that times is not an excuse for me because I will have at least an hour to get to the gym in the day at some point, at least a few times a week. So saying there's not enough time, that I don't really hear that as an excuse. So it is more just me getting into my little lulls of can't
but the thing here is like you are doing more than most.
Yeah.
And this is a point that we really need to like, so what I understand from you in this small conversation is you're very hard on yourself.
Oh, 100%.
So you will see more negative things rather than positive. But I can see that you're present in that gym. So even though you may say, but I'm only there 4 times a week.
Yeah. That's good. I'm happy. If I'm making 4 times a week, I'm gassed.
You know what I mean? Like you may say that you would take 2 months off or whatever, but you're still there for the other 10.
Yeah.
You know, when we look at the bigger picture, and this is normally what happens when people own their own business, just like yourself, we're very critical
of it, of ourselves.
So like, what are you like with delegating jobs in your business?
Not very good. No, because I like to do everything myself. Yeah, like I don't really.
Is it because like you have your certain way that you want it to be?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I just don't think anyone else would be able to do it.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, have you always been like that?
Always. I'm quite controlling in life.
Do you feel that you're a control freak?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely, yeah. I think sometimes we have to be open and admit, you know, our downfalls, and we all have a set of downfalls. If you don't have a downfall, then you're not human. And I think my downfall would be the fact that I have to take control of everything, and I don't really allow anyone else to take the ropes or the reins of, you know, anything in general.
So what are you doing to work on that?
Nothing. I'm just going to be in control. I'll just do it. Nothing.
Do you think that that's something that you want to work on or not really?
No, I'm all right with it. Like I'll be honest. Like I know what you mean, but at the same time, it's like why am I going to give someone the opportunity to mess up when I could just have done it myself? And then I'll be angry at myself for allowing them to do it and I've messed up. Oh, they've messed up, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be mad at myself then.
And your
because
decision.
I've decided for them to do it and they haven't done it right. So there's honestly, if I was to, there is going to have to come a point where I do have to.
That point's coming soon.
It is coming because I've got a lot going on with myself in the next year. So I am, but do you know what? The person that I'm bringing in is my mom. I'm not having anyone else.
No, but to be fair, like that,
I just someone I can
person.
trust. Yeah. I wouldn't bring in mostly. There's not really, because I understand that listen, like you could be someone that's so trustworthy and you know so to the point that I'm like, yeah, you know what, you've got it, but their own life may take over and they're not going to put my business first the way I'm going to.
Correct.
Because for them, it's just a job.
For you, it's everything.
Whereas my mom, she'll put it like it is her business because it's my mom. So it's through, essentially it is hers because it's through me. So yeah, if anything, it'll be my mom that's going to help me out.
I love that. You know, we spoke about the fact that you've been doing this for 10 years now.
Yeah.
You know, a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, was COVID period. How did that affect your business?
So it wasn't too bad because I just had my son. So my son was 6 months old when lockdown started and I didn't really get a maternity because when you run your own business, you don't really get that. So yeah, I went back to work 3 weeks after having him and I had a C-section. That's dedication. But with the job that I do, obviously you can pick and choose your own hours with your own business. So it was small to begin with. I wasn't, you know, working 40 hours a week after that, but it was just like little bits. So I'd do a few a week and stuff like that, build myself back up. Again, my partner's amazing. So he had my son from the get-go, like best dad in the world. So I always kind of was able to do what I needed to do. Obviously then COVID hit, going back to COVID hit. And it was just nice to have 3 months of not having to work. Obviously it was a bit of a lull because obviously not being able to earn money, but you know, that's what a rainy day is for. You know, that's why you have savings. That's why you have, you know, stuff like that. And I think it was around April as well, so tax rebate time as well. So we was okay, for that 3 months. And then when the second lockdown came, they allowed private dentistry to continue, which is what we fall under. So we was able to continue anyway. So yeah, it didn't really affect me too badly. I've got to, you know, thank the Lord or whatever above, because I know a lot of people, you know, they've lost their businesses, lost a lot through COVID, and I can't really say that I did.
And it's really nice to see that you're still going.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the name Teeth Whitening Birmingham. How did you come up with that?
Oh, it's basic.
Everybody has a story.
It's just basic, isn't it?
Really?
Like, obviously, I just thought about what are people going to put in Google to search? But obviously, now that I have this name, now it's not that great, because if I ever do want to move from Birmingham, move to a different city, different country, I can take it with me, but it's going to be a bit confusing for people. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's there now. Can't change it. You know, we've got it. But yeah, if anything, I probably wouldn't have chose to have Birmingham in the name.
What would you? Okay, would that be the only thing that you would?
Yeah, I'd probably just change the name something else. Just because it is, like I said, it's a location thing. It kind of keeps you in one location. So, you know, if you ever do want to move cities, move countries, move wherever, it might not be that easy to do so with the same name. But we'd have to see what we could do. We could work something out.
Yeah, I'm really sure that you will, which is exciting to hear as well. Going back a little bit, you spoke about that you wasn't, academically shining is what the word are.
No, my brother was the clever one.
Really?
As my mum says. Nathan is academically clever and Naomi has more common sense. That's not my mum.
Listen, common sense.
Common sense goes a long way.
Goes a very long way.
Yeah, definitely.
But going back to the academic version of yourself when you were younger in school.
Yeah.
Did you know that you would go and become an educator? So don't you think that that's like very interesting?
Very interesting, yeah.
So what was it that made you think, I'm not academically smart, however, I'm now going to become an educator? Like, how did you link, or was that never a thought path?
No, never a thought path really, because I knew what I was doing with obviously I've been doing it for when I started 9 years.
9 years.
When I started the academy. So, I'm not, if I had to teach people how to, divide and subtract, then that would be a completely different situation. But what I'm teaching is something that I have literally running through my veins, so it's not ever going to be difficult to teach. So yeah, I didn't really worry too much about that, and I didn't really link it. But like I said, it's not anything that's really hard for me to teach when I've got it down to a T so much, if that makes sense.
It's that passion in it.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're really confident in what you do.
100%, yeah.
And I think like in every industry now, there's so many, especially social media. Social media pushes so much rubbish to people just because everyone wants to go viral. But what they're trying to go viral with doesn't actually align with the industry.
No.
Like there's so many people in fitness, for example, that they'll be doing the latest crazy workout or crazy exercise.
Yeah.
But there's no level of understanding behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe even in your field, like I'm sure that you'll be able to tell me some.
Yeah. People will start, people will start go on a course themselves. Then 6 months later, they're opening an academy too. That happens all the time. And it just gives teeth whitening a bad name. So it's already got a bit of a bad name as it is, with like the fact that there is legalities around it that people aren't aware of, So when somebody is just literally going on a training course and then within 6 months to a year, now they're doing training too, it's just starting to become a thing where there's no heart in it anymore. It's just like, I'm just going to do this, then I'm going to do that. And then it sort of waters it down. So then it's hard for the students that are looking for a decent trainer to pick through who's good. Because,
how do we measure that?
How do you measure that? Yeah, it's true.
If everyone's doing it, how do we know?
Exactly. So it is, I wouldn't say anyone should be an educator of anything if you haven't been doing it for at least 5 years, probably more at least. Exactly. But honestly, it's like, I'll do this and then I'll jump onto that because it's just, I can see other people are doing it. They're making money. I can do that too. Honestly, it's getting watered down to the point now where it's just like, it's a bit ridiculous. People just trying to undercut each other.
All the time.
I don't know if you find that with the fitness industry, but it's like, if I charge £100 cheaper, they're going to come to me.
Yeah.
And, and people do get sucked into that. And then I get 2 to 3 messages a day easily from people that have trained with others and they are now left not knowing what they're doing. And then when they're messaging for help for the person that's trained them, they are getting ignored, they're getting blocked, they're getting, listen, don't talk to me again. Honestly, that happens so much. And I'm 2 to 3 messages a day from someone that's like, and if one of my students felt the need to go and message another trainer for advice, I would feel embarrassed.
Absolutely.
To my core. And I can guarantee you, 100%. Every single training academy in the UK, I have had a student from them message me at some point. Even the biggest ones, I'm telling you.
And that's good. That shows a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
I get
really
passionate about that. Yeah, because honestly, it's so annoying. You just want people to understand, listen, I understand that person is charging, this cheaper amount, but it's an investment into yourself. And you are going to start your business on the lower aspect with bad training, with bad products and bad ingredients and bad equipment.
Set up to fail.
And you're setting yourself up to fail. So you might as well get that cheaper money that you've paid and go and burn it in the bin. Because that is exactly what you're doing. With us, you come to us, the support level is unmatched. I have got proof. I will reply to my students in less than a minute and they've got their answer. If I'm present, I'm not in the shower, I'm not asleep, and I'm not in the middle of something that I can't reply to you straight away, I will get back to you straight away because I don't like having it on my mind that you need me and I've not been there for you. So honestly, when it comes to that, I am so, so, so passionate about keeping that quality of service there.
Important.
100%, especially because I see so many people getting wronged by these trainers. So it is really, really passionate, but something that I really feel passionate about.
Listen, it's 2024, yeah?
Yeah.
I only want to have conversations with passionate people. I'm deadly serious.
Yeah, no, I get
If
it.
we can't share passion,
yeah,
don't be around me.
Yeah.
I would rather share passion with somebody in a conversation than eat food with them and just look at the bill. Like, it's pointless.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been locked away for so long. My mind will not be locked away any longer.
Oh, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So feed my mind. Let me see you shine.
Yeah.
And this is what it's about. Like, this is how I knew you were the right person.
Oh, thank you. When you said to me, oh, do you want to do a podcast? I was like, me? For what? What am I going to say?
You are the right person.
I think it's just imposter syndrome though. Like you don't realise, when you get to that level where you are like one of the best, you're like, how did I get here? And then you just think, that can't be me. Like,
The thing, yeah, like my dad, when he was here, he used to say, when you're successful, you no longer have to introduce yourself anymore. They will introduce you. And this is the moment. Everybody else has gone to these other companies, and everybody from their companies
comes to me.
Comes to you.
They do, honestly.
That is the biggest.
Yeah.
And you said something very symbolic, and I spoke with a client about this. Well, someone else's client just messaged me about it, and I spoke with them. I took him on. Long story short, he stopped training with this trainer about 3 years ago.
Right.
And I took him on. And I said to this person, I says, none of my clients that I've worked with, past or present, would need to go to another trainer because they already are equipped. Now, if they chose to go to a trainer because they wanted to, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
They don't need to. They are equipped, very equipped on how they can process or progress. They are equipped on how to progress in their fitness level. Now, to see somebody in another field like yourself to have the exact same passion.
It's crazy, isn't it? How two completely different businesses can still have the same.
And that is the beautiful thing in this conversation. Like, I love this conversation.
Oh, thank you.
I already know, as I said from the beginning, like, whoever's watching this will be inspired. You have to be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so you're 29 years of age now. Nearly put another year on you then.
I know. Don't put that year on me.
Like,
I've got 1 year left.
1 year left. What would you say to a 16-year-old version of yourself? Oh, God. What would you say?
I'd just probably say, listen, like, you're going to be okay. That's probably what I'd say, because, again, like, I was at that age. Like, I'd probably just say, listen, sit down, start running around, start worrying about what other people are doing, and, you know, focus on what you're doing. That's probably what I'd say. And I'd probably try and give her some lottery numbers.
Okay, let's do that one. If you were to give them lottery numbers, what would it be? Is it 5 numbers, 6 numbers?
I don't know. You know, like, I'd get the lottery numbers from now and then tell her what. That's what I mean.
You're crazy, girl.
So then, I'd be a millionaire anyway.
I love that. People that are watching this, where can they find you?
Instagram and
what is your
website,
Instagram handle?
Teeth Whitening Birmingham with an underscore, and website teethwhiteningbirmingham.com.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Again, okay. This is part 1.
Okay.
Part 2, you come to us.
Okay, then let's do it.